So aside from your movies, what is the brand of Kyle? Because, you see that once you get to a certain level, you become, Tom Inc. You become all these different things. So what's the brand of Kyle? Because you do have to throw personality.
You have to think about it. You do. And I'd be like, ideal world, like I would just like keep on making movies and no one would even know what I would look like. But I also know nowadays, especially with the internet and independent film primarily being director fueled. There's movies at Sundance with big name stars in them, and the press still just want to talk to the director. It's kind of surreal. It's only an independent film doesn't really work that way. But I've definitely thought about it, and obviously there's a lot of connective tissue between my first and second film. Like they're both based on like memoir essays. They're both This American Life writers named David. They both deal with like themes of sexuality. I think the movies are really different. I think C.O.G is a lot funnier. It's a lot faster. The pacing's really different. But I also don't necessarily want to continue down that path. The next thing I'm involved with is a true life story, but it's not memoir based really. It's like an actual like historical event. So it's placed in a specific period. It's different. It's really different. It's a lot colder. It's more of a drama. But obviously, making two films that are generally similar, I don't mind sort of being put in that place, but I also hope to be able to break out with it and maybe do something a little more genre or something a little different. But I guess I would love for my brand to be a non-brand, That's why like I've always respected Ang Lee. Like even when he's made his fair share of like not as great movies, but he's always made something great. But he's always made something so wildly different than before that I really respect that. Like I'd love to have that opportunity, but we'll see. Either way, the way I think about it, the way I think about myself is I would love an opportunity to make something on a bigger scale. If that happens, that's great. But as far as I'm concerned, the path I'm continuing down is still an independent one, still a low budget one. I think you have to be responsible to make movies cheaply nowadays, because if you're not doing it cheaply, someone else will. And so I just try to always still think of things smaller. I just think it's that way I can, if I need to, I hope I can go into a project that has financing already. I don't have to do all that. But if I do have to go down that path again, then I'm prepared to, and I have projects that are prepared to be made, on a scalable budget.